My brothers and sisters, we celebrate the 32nd Sunday in Ordinary Time. Jesus seemed to have been very fond of weddings. He worked his first miracle at the wedding feast at Cana, and he enjoyed referring to weddings and wedding banquets as symbols of heaven. The caricature of contemporary wedding is that the bride is lit and leaves everyone waiting for her at the church. But in Jesus' parable, it is the groom who is lit. There is some little humor in this sense. We can readily see that the groom represents Jesus himself. The groom is so lit that half of the bridesmaids use up the oil in their lamps and drift off to sleep. We do not know what they were thinking, but it seems that they lost patience with the groom. They were foolish. The other bridesmaids not only stayed awake, they had also brought a sufficient supply of oil with them. We can surmise that they were willing to wait for the groom as long as it took. They were wise. This gospel, like many parables, is complex in its meaning. As we approach the end of this church year, which will conclude in 2 weeks, the liturgy favors the interpretation that the gospel is about the end of the world when Christ will come again in glory. That day, no one knows. Every wise generation of Christians, from those to whom St. Paul wrote in Thessalonica, to the present, has waited for Jesus' return with patience. We ourselves in every Mass profess after the Our Father that we wait in joyful hope for the coming of our Savior Jesus Christ. But before Holy Communion, we hear the declaration by the priest, "Happy are those who are called to his supper." This does not refer to the Last Supper in the past, but to the heavenly supper in the future. The quotation is from the book of Revelation, chapter 19, verse 9. St. John had a vision of a great wedding supper in heaven. An angel said to him, "Write this down. Happy are those who have been invited to the wedding supper of the Lamb." Waiting patiently for that supper is very wise. And we are called to be wise to wait in patience for the coming of the Lord. The end of the world seems far off. Maybe it is, and maybe it isn't. If he does not come sooner, the Lord will come in the moment of our death. We will all know death is going to catch up with us sometimes, and we don't know when that time will be. What this really means is to stay awake, because if we remain aware of how fragile life is, how suddenly it might come to an end for any of us, we will be prepared. Yes, my brothers and sisters, stay awake. Be vigilant. We don't know when the Lord will come, and we don't know when the time will come for us to be expired from this life. May God bless you.